Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Show. Today, I have a very special guest. Not only is he a very personal friend, but also he's a person that I have seen suffer through a very tough and a very long entrepreneurial journey, which he has gone ups and downs, experienced everything from A to Z, and he's here today to share his story with us. Ryan, welcome to the Entrepreneur Show.
Thank you very much. I'm
It's
very
nice to
happy
have
to
you on
be
board.
here. I'm very excited with the introduction. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank you. So please, Ryan, tell us your story.
So, back in 2016, I was an engineer in Dubai, um, and I got the chance to see a friend that is launching a startup, which wasn't doing very well. The idea for me was just very shiny. It was amazing. Like, why is it not working properly? So we decided to for me to join forces. And back in June 2016, we started Keno, a new version of Keno, new way of making things happen.
What was it? What was the concept?
The concept was on-demand car wash.
Okay.
However, we were focused on quality and on being environmental friendly. Based on few studies, we understood that the traditional car wash, for example, consumes about 160 liters of water per car wash.
Wow.
We could do that with a better level of quality and detailing in approximately 700 ml of water. So the saving was magnificent. In 6 years, we managed to save over 42 million liters of water
Wow.
in Dubai. Yeah. Of course, the total solution used on the car to clean is more than that in order for us to avoid scratching or damaging the car.
Of course.
However, when you dilute, you use that amount of water for it
Okay.
to in order to be ready to use. Of course, it seems easy, it sounds easy. Car wash needs nothing, probably a towel and some soap. Turned out to be completely different. We started understanding data, consumer behavior. We got funded from 500 startups in Silicon Valley, and that's where Kino started.
Okay. And when you guys started, like how many members were in the team? What were the pre-launch phases? How was everything setting up for you?
We had three ninjas. We called them ninjas, the people that perform the wash.
Okay, the ninjas. I like that.
Of course, I mean the name ninjas came probably after 3 years, where we felt how we rigorously trained them on different types and situations, and they're always there on time. So it felt like a ninja vibe was there with all the commitment and the positive things about a ninja character. So they were three ninjas and myself.
Okay.
We
And
had
that was the operations team.
and that was the operations team, the marketing team, the customer service team,
I can
the
imagine.
recovery team, the customer satisfaction team, whatever team you want. It was a beautiful journey. It was a beautiful journey. I learned a lot. Back when I was an engineer, I felt like I wasn't learning too much. I could talk about material, I could talk about concrete, I could talk about a few things, but it didn't feel like it was satisfying the quench, you know? I wanted to learn more. Uh, when I started Kino, you had to deal with customer service, you had to deal with finance, you had to deal with marketing, digital marketing, what it is. 2016, although it doesn't sound way too long, but having an app for a service wasn't really a thing.
True.
2016. It was almost the same time where Kareem started, like a few years after
Yes.
Kareem. So making people think about car wash on a tap of a few buttons was the breakthrough, and that's what we managed to do. Because people, when you tell them car wash, say mahatta. I
Exactly.
can do it in the gas station.
That must have been the biggest challenge to convince people don't go to the gas station, will come to you.
Absolutely, changing the perception of the user was the real title of that challenge. And if you crack it, well done. You probably found your niche.
I hope you share with us the secret.
being close to them, understanding them. When you use the term like being in their shoes, you really need to be in their shoes. Not only them, also your workers, the people who are delivering your service.
Of course.
You need to understand the challenges they're going through because you need to set the expectations right. If you set the expectations right, you set the managerial tone right, you set the everything starts flowing correctly. So it's a puzzle. So knowing your customer is also requires knowing your team member, knowing the service provider. How can he or she provide the service properly? For me, it was car wash. Car wash was something I love to do, something I do even before I got my license. Taking the car for a car wash is an absolute joy. But I was always that someone, please, here, come do it here. This towel, please don't do
Yeah.
don't do. I was always given instruction, not satisfied with the service. So perfecting the service properly, really solving the solution without thinking of profitability at the very beginning, just making sure that you are understanding the pain of the client, although this might sound repetitive in so many like motivational talks, but it is genuine. You need to understand what the client really wants. In a car, I'm targeting people that love cars, that love details. Or if you want to go back, who would love details? This genre of the clients that have, for
Yes.
example, supercars, new cars. I wouldn't target, for example, old cars. I would save myself the hassle of understanding things that are not needed at this stage. So I
So
think being close to the clients, being close to your staff, understanding the customer journey from A to Z is what will make you refine your product always.
okay, that's good. So understanding like your own target audience, understanding who you're selling the product to and how you can help them, and at the same time understanding your team members, how can they provide the service at a certain high quality. That is definitely the key to success.
Absolutely, it's one key for sure.
It's definitely. What other keys are vital? Because I'm pretty sure at this time, and you did mention that it wasn't based on profitability in the beginning, which I completely agree with. But you guys, you told me that you were funded at a later stage. So how were you managing your month-to-month expenses until you actually got a funding round?
We bootstrapped the business for the first probably year and a half.
Okay.
My partner managed to finance the venture up to a certain extent, and then we started seeing growth. We started seeing a lot of services or orders for services which we couldn't cater to.
Okay.
Those were one of the nuances where we said, okay, we need funding because, honestly speaking, funding is not always the right thing to do. I mean, going to a VC. Certain businesses don't need funding. Certain businesses you need to do it on your own. It's better, and that takes a good financial understanding of the projections and what you can do. But for us, we needed to grow so fast, and we were in the tech business. VCs were a little bit more risk tolerant. They wanted to be in the industry. They wanted to finance new ideas. Maybe you're the next unicorn. So we applied to 500 startups, and honestly, we immediately got accepted, and we went through an accelerator program that taught us a lot about how to become profitable, how to understand the clients, which things to focus on, which things to ignore completely, because success also taking decisions such as cancel this out or ignore it or delete it or stop the service. Sometimes it takes a lot
Okay,
of.
Ryan, can you tell me what expertise or what knowledge did you actually gain from the accelerator program that helped you elevate your business to the next level?
Um, it was the first thing that would come to my mind, it was understanding how important data is and how important to understand the personas of your client. What things to pick on, experimenting, what works, what doesn't work. So A/B testing, those things. As an entrepreneur, I did not think about it at the beginning. As an employee, you're always going to work, getting the salary, things are done. What happened in the background is
It's
not
not your
something you
problem.
know about. It's not something you really have any insight about. So they taught us how to actually look deeper into what we are doing, look at how to optimize on, for example, the time of providing services, understand customer retention, understand customer acquisition, how important those things are, and how important it is for to have a team for each, because it's crucial for the business to, for example, make that funnel of acquisition become clear and worth a while. Um, of course, the legal part, it shed light on how important it is for the legal part to be thought of properly and documented correctly. It helped us build, for example, strategies, think ahead of time, have, for example, milestones. So it kind of structured how things are working. At the beginning in a startup, you usually have the hunch that this is going to work. You go to market sometimes, not without going through the book and how the book says. You go to market, you feel it's going to work. This will take you somewhere, but then you need a structure.
True.
You need a structure to put this hunch into a few documents or a few processes with the right team. It could sometimes, for it to grow, it could need you to leave and have someone else come in and handle.
That's the hardest decision.
That's the hard
That's the
decision.
hardest decision, honestly.
It that was the hardest decision until I read a book called The Exitpreneur.
Okay.
So after leaving Keno, uh, I had like a few months off. I I had a few months where I was not talking to anyone, and then I had a few months of reading, and then back to life.
Okay.
There's a book called The Exitpreneur.
All right.
So, in summary, in very short summary, it convinces you that there are people, or entrepreneurs could be described as people who have an idea, who have a hunch, that like risk, go for it, prove that it goes to market, people want it, people need it, but don't know how to structure it and grow it. This is where you need to tell yourself, maybe I am an exitpreneur. I can give you good ideas, have some stickiness and retention of clients,
Build the base.
build the base and leave, because I don't know how to make HR work with accounting, work with blah, 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 blah. So I could do partnerships, I can do something like that. So this is where you might think, I might be an exitpreneur.
And how did that make you feel?
It made me feel, I thought like I understood myself a little bit more, because I don't think I am as capable as many people to make things boom grow. I can make it grow and so fast by word of mouth. I can by infiltrating communities. I like how to do that. I like to do that, sorry. But in order for some businesses to grow and IPO, and it needs a different character. It needs a different managerial approach. That was a very good understanding for me.
100%. But why did you decide to exit when you could have remained as a co-founder and hired the right team with the right talents? Because it's vital for any business at any point. You're supposed to hire people who are smarter than you. You're supposed to hire people who are better than you and trust that they will do their job.
Yeah.
But why did you take the exit decision?
For me at Keno, it was personal. It was a challenge in agreeing how to scale the business. The process of doing it between me and my partner, we did not really align on how to do it. So I chose to leave. It was not a good ecosystem. It was not a good environment to be there. In order for someone to thrive, and that's for the staff, that's for you, there needs to be appreciation, and there needs to be proper responsibility alignment. From this experience, I would also shed light on the legal part again. It is crucial for startups to consider heading to
A law
a
firm?
lawyer or a law firm in order for them to structure things that they don't know about. If you look at the West, not that I agree with a lot of their advancement, but the legal part is really something that is there for everyone.
It's the fundamental, 100%.
It's the fundamental, basically. So that was a great lesson for me.
And you think in the Arab world, it's not much of a fundamental, but rather about friendly agreements.
Precisely. We have some, like, we shy off, you know? We try not to say legal because we might think that the other person would say, what do you think? I might steal, I might rob you, I might. So we have this
Understand.
pride and ego that stops us from doing the right things many times.
100%.
It's a clear advice. When you're doing a startup, even if you're doing it with, and I'm going to exaggerate, even if you're doing it with family members, legal documents should be there. And that is something both of you or all of you should congratulate yourselves for doing, because that builds the bridge for a proper, stable company.
And it also guarantees that in the future, nothing could ever damage the business or the growth plan for the business at any stage.
Exactly, because there are rules in place. So even if someone changed their decision, changed their whatever, they're belonging to that place, there are rules. It's
Yes.
not me taking them. There's nothing personal.
Exactly.
We all agreed on XYZ. It's essential. People and startup founders should really look at consider legal properly.
And when did you exit Keno? At which year?
After 7.5 years of Keno, I grew Keno with the help of the team, of course.
And when you exited, I'm sorry to interrupt you. When
Go
you
ahead.
exited, how many members were there in the team?
Approximately 174.
So you were there in the business where it was you and 3 ninjas, and you left with 173 members onboarded, and the business has grown.
Yes. From car wash to probably providing over 15 automotive services
Okay.
that all follow an amazing setup that is environmentally cautious, that is perfected in terms of customer service. Allow me to say that.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I have tried the service several times myself, and I would definitely agree with that.
Thank you.
The key to detail and the eye to detail on each and every single service was something very crucial that I've personally noticed. And the convenience of wherever you are. I'm sorry, but if you're in the mall, if you're at the beach, if you're at home, if you're in the office, wherever you are, you order the service, it comes. You trust 100% that they're gonna do it without you having to follow up. Plus, if you have any valuables in the car, you guaranteed that nobody's gonna touch it. And that trust bond that I personally found with the brand is what made me very committed to using it. And I really, really appreciated that.
I mean, what I'm happy to hear right now is you're using the same words that we wanted to build at the beginning, is the trust.
Yes.
So, for example, with cars, and I mean, after 2-3 years, because the level of quality was at a good place, we increased the prices. Increasing the prices is sometimes a tricky decision. People worry, or founders worry, from increasing the prices. But we thought, no, let's increase the prices. We are providing great service, great customer service. 800 Keno, we're always there. If there is anything major, the founder shows up. We can probably add a little bit.
100%.
So we added. We made it premium because our target from the beginning was premium car wash, which became advanced to or upgraded to premium car care services in general. We picked up the price. We started collecting the target audience that we really want, which is supercar owners, luxury car owners, fleet owners, people that want the quality and don't mind paying an extra few dirhams or dollars. And that's when we started really growing. We increased the prices. We were worried. This was actually the reason of growth. Because
Was this the time where you were having competition? Because at a certain point,
Absolutely.
I remember there was some competition entering the market.
Absolutely.
So how did that affect you?
Competition, that's a very nice question. At the beginning, Rayyan, when he saw competition, I mean, he couldn't sleep for a few days, you know. But my partner was really cool and relaxed, and he told me, "No, this is good. This is good." Uh, I didn't understand it until later. Uh, when we started getting funding, there was one of the lessons talking about competition. And the key thing is don't worry about competition. Competition means that your business model is getting validated. Other people believe in your idea.
Wow.
It sounds a lot. It makes a lot of sound. I mean, so competition is in a good sense. It keeps you up on your toes. You become more committed. It should. You should become more committed. Like go in, not run away. It proves your concept. People are liking it, and it gives you more eye on the market. Somehow you don't. For me, at the beginning, I needed to change a perception. Car wash is not in the gas station. Car wash comes to you. Now there are people that are doing that. They're
Yes.
breaking the perception on your behalf. You need to worry about your quality because you're going to pick those people up.
Exactly.
They want the
Exactly.
service,
That's it.
they want the convenience, they're not getting the quality. They will search. People are smart. Yeah, some founders or some marketeers mistake that. People are smart. So they start looking for better services and you show. Um, that was really like in simple terms how I felt our growth started. And word of mouth. Word of mouth is the magic. Marketing is great. I love marketing. I've seen you talk about marketing. I've seen you mention that marketing neglecting marketing was a reason of you um, failing
Failing
in
the
one
event,
of
yes,
the
100%.
events.
100%.
Um, I had the same feeling about marketing. Like it's overrated, it's exaggerated. I still have that same feeling about it. Word of mouth is gold. Word of mouth because people will believe or will ask others or their peers that are, yani, for them, knowledgeable about a certain thing,
True. Especially if it's a service.
especially if it's a
Because an
service.
event is completely different, but a service,
Yeah, of course.
it's definitely about the quality. Do you trust them? Was the quality good? Did they deliver good results? And that was the main thing.
Exactly. It's definitely different than an event that's happening for a certain hour, etc., etc. But for me, I really feel that word of mouth was the best tool to acquire and retain. So it was like a hack.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
like a hack. You're going there, you're getting a client that signs up, adds their information, makes the first order. That's a fantastic hit, you know?
Exactly.
So, yeah, when competitions came in, we increased the prices. We increased the
Because you were
prices.
sure about your quality.
We were sure about our quality. We wanted to like retain the people that are willing to wait for us if we were late sometimes
It doesn't matter.
because they know that they're getting
They want that
delivered.
quality.
Yeah.
So you basically filtered your customer base.
We filtered our customer base. It gave good results. We have less orders. We have more ninjas,
But higher profit.
higher profit, and we can arrive earlier.
That's the secret.
More customer satisfaction. And that's when we really boomed.
And what about I know that you have mentioned that you have become the largest on-demand car wash in the GCC.
Yes, absolutely. At a certain stage, we were doing about 450 cars a day.
day.
A day. I mean, mind you, there's other services as well. There's polishing, detailing, tinting, recovery services, so many things.
The cleaning alone was 450 cars a day.
Absolutely. And it was the bait.
Wow.
This is where we built the trust. You mentioned trust.
Yes.
This is where we build the trust. The most frequent service you will do to your car are two things. You wash it and you fuel it.
Yes.
Or if you fuel it and then you wash it. Those are the most frequent. So
True.
we built trust through wash. And then the same people that we're washing their cars, we can tint them, we can polish them, we can, if we gain their
The
trust
trust of the washing.
of the washing. and that daily hi sir, how are you,
So,
hi ma'am, how are you, you
so
know that.
you relied mainly on word of mouth, and that was the main reason for success.
Absolutely.
But what about events? Because I know that you have participated and sponsored several events. Can you tell us more about that?
Absolutely. This is part of being within the community. This is building the community. I would suggest to any brand owner to make sure that they build a community. Community is your safe zone, because you will always go back to your community, and that community grows if you treat them properly, if you understand them properly, if you give them reasons to talk about you. So this is where marketing also comes in. So you need to be smart in starting that tide of word of mouth. So in terms of communities, as a team, we were in every car event. There are so many car groups here. People that drive Lambos have their group. People that drive their BMWs have their group. The classics have the group. I started going into the first 3 years, every single event. I'm there.
So you still focused on the niche market of luxury and supercars.
Absolutely.
Because you didn't mention, for example, the Jeep car owners. Don't get upset, guys. We all love Jeeps.
I love
but
Jeeps, but Jeeps were probably. There's a story. I have friends that are in Jeepers. I have friends that
Okay.
are in so many Jeep groups. A lot of them are amazing people that love adventure. They're always the wildest and the most fun. So I told them, listen, guys, whatever you want, your interior during winter is discounted XYZ. It was the worst decision ever because the Ninja used to go, and we used to have portable vacuums.
Yeah.
So and it's battery. We couldn't do any service after the Jeeps.
Wow.
So
Of
I decided
course.
to cut the relationships.
The amount of sand. Yeah, that's understandable.
See, those are certain things that you learn. So sometimes you say, give offers, think about the offer, where it will go, what it would affect, the long-term effect and the short-term effect. Sometimes you do offer that you would consider as losing, but you're probably gaining something else on the side.
Yes.
Of course, this is business-related, product-related, service-related.
And what about the Dubai police events, for example?
This is something I'm really proud of. So I'm an Emirati person. I am born here. I love UAE. It's my hometown. It's my country. There's so much love for this place. Yani, there are no reasons for you to say anything other than that.
It's home.
It's
It's
home.
home, honestly.
Listen, man, I really get
I'm
because
getting goosebumps
when you're
myself
talking
right
about
now.
home and you really feel home, this is home for us. Allow me to add you
Of
and
course.
probably many other people. I feel this entrepreneurial passion is not because I was born on the 28th of February. It's because of the environment, you know?
It's because I was raised in Dubai.
I was raised in Dubai. I've seen the impossible
Exactly.
become possible. I've seen it. Yani,
Well said.
it really influenced me, and I'm sure it influenced you. It
100%.
influenced so many people. If you track it down, and if you understand how barely understand how our subconscious mind works, it definitely caused this Rayyan in me that says, no, we can do this better. You know, we can improve this. We can make this taller. We can make this bigger. We can improve on this. We. So definitely Dubai and UAE, Abu Dhabi, this place, seeing where it was. I'm born in 1987. I'm here now for almost 37 years.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen it change, you know?
100%.
yeah,
From sand
so-
dunes to the mega city that we live in right now.
Definitely. So
So what was that event about?
the
Tell us
event
more,
was in
please.
Expo 2020. Sorry to.
Okay.
So in Expo 2020, we wanted to really give back to this place. Expo 2020 was something we were all anticipating, and they pulled it off in a fantastic way.
Great job. Yes,
In a fantastic
100%.
way. The whole world did. So with some nice networking, Keno provided 6 months of daily car care for all the police patrolling cars within Expo City.
Wow.
We're talking about approximately 120 cars
Daily.
daily.
So that's in addition to the 450 car day, 450 cars that you were.
I dropped my capacity there,
Oh,
and we gave it to Expo 2020 for 6 months.
that's a beautiful give back,
Yeah.
honestly.
Uh, I'm really proud. Every car was looking fabulous all day. We made good relations with the amazing people who are doing a lot of hard work at the background.
Of course.
It's something I'm really happy for, and I wish we get another chance to be more helpful and
course.
provide more to UAE.
100%.
Genuinely speaking.
Wow, that's amazing, honestly, man. I'm having goosebumps listening to this right now.
Thank you so much. No, it's really amazing to feel that you managed to provide in an event that as big as Expo 2020 for someone that you really love, which is this country. To be honest,
Honestly, I just want the audience to know, because I know for a fact it was not just a give back to the country, because I know that you have given back on other different occasions for other different causes, which I would also like to address, because I want the entrepreneurs and all the other brands and the big companies in the UAE to understand the importance of giving back and supporting the local or the global economy whenever there's a crisis or a moment of need.
absolutely, absolutely. This is a key, and this is a gateway to success. Giving back will make you grow. It will not hinder your growth, for sure. At the end of the day, success is not about the money, to be very, very honest. When people talk about entrepreneurship, they talk about freedom, and they talk about so much money, because Instagram Reels make it seem so easy. It's in 13 seconds. This guy managed to become a millionaire. Oh,
We've seen those.
Oh.
We know it's not true. It's not the real thing.
it's absolutely far from being reality. Entrepreneurship is probably the toughest thing anyone can do. It's not for everyone, not because, for example, me as an entrepreneur, I'm more capable than others. No, I'm definitely not capable to do so many things. But entrepreneurship needs someone that is, honestly, sometimes you need to be just yani,
Thick in the head.
thick in the head. It's not smart.
You gotta be very stubborn
Yeah,
to do
you need
so.
to. Yeah, it's not always the smartest. You need to be stubborn. You need to be patient for things not to work and do and redo. You need to be thick to trust people and they fail you. You need to so many things. It's really hard.
Honestly speaking, I know I have come through this at least a couple of times over the past decade, but did it ever come to you or occur to you, why didn't I just get a job in a multinational company and just work there and have a steady income every month and not deal with everything that I'm going through right now? How many break points or meltdown points did you go through where you actually doubted your decision of pursuing an entrepreneur path rather than having a stable job?
Honestly, way too many times. Way too many times. And probably this is what makes or breaks an entrepreneur. It is having that monologue and ending it with, no, I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
It's going to work. Okay?
It has to. There's no other option.
Honestly speaking, I see people that are living the life, getting great salaries, and I feel that we can do much better than this. So if we go back to being an employee, I can do very well with the networking that I have, blah 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 blah. But it's not what I want.
Would you be able to live your life like that?
No, I'll tell you, financially, I'm not doing extremely well. Like, I'm not rich and sitting there. No, I go to work every single day, but it's the satisfaction of building something different.
That's the one.
It's building something, knowing it's going to work, and really going after it, and you will be rewarded.
One way or another.
You will be rewarded. The reward here is not always money. It could be exploring yourself as a person. And that's extremely important, and you have already achieved a lot. You know, in life is not about what you have in the bank account or what you're driving, or of course it's nice. Of course it's
Of
nice.
course.
Everyone wants
Money
it.
is a tool, but
If you
it's
can
not. It's
do it,
not.
if you have the money, actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Live the life, you know. Don't save up for I don't know what. Of course, in a way, live your
Yes,
life responsibly.
of course.
But if you can do it, definitely do it. For me, I'm still not there. I'm sure I will be there, but I'm already so satisfied that I'm building my own thing. See, now I'm building something very exciting, for example.
Please tell me more about it.
Yeah.
So after you exited Keno, after 7.5 years,
Yeah.
what was after you took a couple of months off after reading the Entrepreneur book, which I'm definitely gonna put on my bucket list now.
Yeah, and it's an easy read. I really hope you do.
Okay, thanks you for the recommendation. So after that period, you told me that you felt sad.
Yeah.
And you were a little bit. Did you go through a depression phase?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. يعني, I wasn't. I didn't go to a doctor that told me you are depressed, but I know myself.
You felt it.
I'm usually energetic, positive about so many things. Sometimes to an unrealistic state, very positive.
I can relate to it. I've been through 3 depressions as an entrepreneur. I know the feeling, but I want to share your story. So can you tell me, like, what was your depression like? Like you were not
It was
motivated to go to
doubt.
work.
It was doubt. يعني, although all the metrics say that I have done a good job as, for example, a CEO of a company, of a startup, it was doubt that I failed somehow. So failure for me is not a thing. Like I wouldn't call it failure. I will call it a challenge. I would call it
lesson.
a lesson for sure. But I will need to learn more. It will not stop me. So feeling that I wasn't really who I thought I was in terms of business. And of course, when you're down, so many people that were there, my buddy, Habibi,
They disappear. No longer there.
they're no longer there. And this is life. When you are standing firm,
Everyone's around.
you can supply, you are Habibi. You are the one that I hug for 30 seconds, you know? But when you fall down or fail in their
They wouldn't even answer your call.
perception,
They wouldn't even answer your call.
yeah, they get busy. They get busy.
You know life.
Yeah, they get busy. But see, this is the nice thing about failure again.
You get to filter people out of
You
your
get to
life.
filter out people out of your life. You get to rebalance things, importance, priorities. Because genuinely speaking, Abdo, I was there for everyone.
I know. I remember
You
that
know,
phase.
friends. يعني, if they need advice, you're there. If they need whatever you want, we're there. If they need support, you're there. Yet I didn't see that in return. So I had doubt in even my understanding of the people I'm around, assessing who they are. Who shall I trust? Who shall I not trust? This was what I would call my depression was like, until the person I'm in love with showed up. That changed everything. It's in that dark stage, I lost a lot of people, and I gained this one person.
Which is equivalent to all of them.
Absolutely, probably more in so many other senses, in so many other things. I met Susie, and she told me, I've been watching you like for quite some time. In short, so no, you can do so many things. That was one statement. Probably she didn't even hear it. This is probably the first time I say it. It lit something in me. And then I started thinking about marriage and being partners. It lit a bigger light in me. I have people that I want to be responsible for. We started again. Of course, you lose a lot of people, but you also gain some other people who show up in the hard times. People you don't expect to be there will be there. They could be another wave of people who are waiting for you to stand up and then get the benefits of that and will leave after you fail again, because probably it might happen. But this is life. You gain and lose people. The important lesson here is for you to understand that not everyone should stick around, and your filter needs to be defined, really defined, because your network is your net worth. Your network is everything for you. Yeah,
Show me who you sit with, I'll tell you who you are.
absolutely, absolutely. So now I'm working on something really interesting. I'm still in cars because I love cars.
Please tell me more.
We're doing a brand called Shmag.
Okay. Schmag.
Shmag.
Okay.
So Shmag in Arabic, and it's something that brings pride, in my humble opinion. Shmag is usually worn in important occasions. Shmag comes in different colors. Shmag is worn in different ways and patterns.
It's a headscarf.
It's a headscarf, yes. Sorry, maybe I should have introduced it
For some people who don't know it, yeah.
Shmag is a headscarf that is worn by Arabs, Bedouins, farmers in the Levant and GCC. Again, it comes in different colors, and different tribes or different people wear it in different ways. So it's something that brings pride, but in so many ways.
And it's personal.
And
like
it's personal.
every way, like every tribe, it represents them in a certain way.
Of course.
Okay.
And the Palestinian kufi also was something that we're seeing usually, and it's something that really means a lot to us as Arabs. It's something that we will never compromise. We thought of changing the direction of a company that we were running. It was an upholstery shop.
Okay.
Now it's a creative design house. We do upholstery,
Okay.
but this upholstery of cars, and we're targeting supercars and luxury cars, it's upholstery that makes statements, that says a lot about you. It's customized for your likes, your beliefs, your whatever.
For each car owner.
For each car owner. It's like a boutique agency where you bring your car. It'll take around 3 to 4 weeks to complete the project. Of
Wow.
course, that to complete the project, that's not including the design stage. So we sit with you. Susie is an interior designer, fantastic interior designer, fantastic person also to pick up information from you. It's easy to talk to her. So we've done a few projects, and I'm telling you, we're working on something really big.
Okay, so if you are to summarize what Shemar is, it's how would you summarize it in one statement? What do you provide as a service?
We provide customized and upgraded transportation solutions or transportation experiences. This is like really the complex way of saying it. But we do upholstery work that says a statement with our designs. So we want to give attention more towards, for example, the Islamic geometry in Islamic architecture.
Yes.
This is something that we feel closely to. We want to integrate that into our designs and send it to the world. I mean, there's Mansouri. Mansouri design is
Yes.
a very well-known, doing extremely well
100%,
brand
yeah.
that upgrades cars. Of course, they do interior, exterior, engine. They have rights to do that. We are going in that direction.
I'm glad-
Baby
I'm
steps
glad to hear that.
into a brand called Shmag, which will portray the richness in art and history of this region to the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when are you planning on launching it?
So it's operating at the moment, but we did not launch. The launch is most likely anticipated in April.
Okay.
We're still improving our designs. We're still trying so many things. We have acquired latest technology and machinery in order to really provide premium quality services. Um, we are partnering up with so many good people around in the industry, and I feel in a short period of time you might see our cars around in digital media or
Nice.
probably on the roads.
I can't wait to see that.
Thank you very much.
So, what were the main challenges for Schmag to be launched in the market? Okay, you definitely have the experience from Keno, understanding the customer base and the user base and what you need to do. So that definitely gave you a push. But I'm pretty sure you still met some challenges. So what were they?
Definitely. Anything that you want to do is going to prove to be challenging and detailed if you really dig into it. So I'm a person that likes to understand so many things and details because I feel like I can hack few processes and make things better. So understanding leather, understanding material in general, understanding the capacity of the workers, how they can do it, understanding the market, the competition. We are selling a product or a service that is considerably on the expensive side. It's so you need to understand your audience, who's going to take it. See, I
Yes.
have a story here. I had a partner that's supposed to be doing things and left midway.
Please tell me about that. Let's talk about that without mentioning names.
Of course, without mentioning names, it's something that happens with everyone. So those were the challenges in terms of how to operate. But the main challenge is another failure from a partner. To be honest, my partner decided to walk away to for security. I don't for security in terms of me. I mean monthly income. So he went for a company that is paying well. Entrepreneurship is not easy. Entrepreneurship needs you to be
Risk taker.
risk taker,
Yes.
ready to get a beating and walk away smiling. It's not for everyone, and I think my partner had his own responsibilities. Where sticking to a company that sometimes does well, sometimes doesn't do well, is not the type of place he would like to be.
But you can't blame him for such a decision. Everybody has their own responsibility.
Absolutely, I don't blame him. I blame myself for a few things. And I blame him on others. Um
So is that another lesson?
of course. يعني شوف, one of the most important things to do is to manage your ego. يعني to know when you need to stand in front of the mirror and point at yourself and tell yourself that
You fucked up.
yeah, yeah, you did something wrong. What are you doing? Or at least stop,
Yeah.
or you shouldn't have reacted that way, or you shouldn't have taken that responsibility on your own shoulder. Um, I really think you need to pause every once in a while to talk to yourself, to calibrate, adjust.
You need to reflect. And by the way, one of the most important things that nobody talks about, but when it comes to entrepreneurship, you really need to. I'm not going to tell you go to therapy, but you at least need to reflect every 2 to 3 months on everything you're going through because you're going through emotional stress, financial stress, work stress, partner stress, investor stress, all that on
Absolutely.
any entrepreneur, it would destroy you. You
Absolutely.
need to reflect and you need to deflate as often as you can to let go of any emotional stress that you have in order to be able to perform more.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can't add anything to that. You have summed it up in a very nice way. It is a difficult journey. You would only enjoy it if you like to be in a difficult situation and find your way out. But it's worth it. It's worth it. It's in life. I really think you should be a risk taker, especially if you're young, in your 20s. Work to learn, not to earn. So now you need to learn, you need to understand yourself. I know you graduated with a degree, but that's not everything. You could be better in so many things. You could be great in your degree. I mean, I wish you, I really hope that you spend 4 or 5 years on studying something and you become an expert in it. But many don't. I'm one of those people who graduated as an engineer, did my master's degree in engineering law, and then left it for cars or entrepreneurship or whatever you want to say.
Ryan, I wanna make a few statements and I want your comment on
Yeah,
it.
please do.
Okay, so what do you think of this? Fake it until you make it.
Interesting. Um, Up to a certain extent. My line is a very thin line. يعني, I personally like to be extremely honest and true about everything, about my capacity, my capability, my likes, my dislikes. I like to be clear. And I'm straightforward. I lost so many people because of it. I gained so many people because of it. But fake it until you make it. This slogan is negative. I think it's believe it until you make it.
Nicely said.
Yeah. Fake it. You're going to. You need to be in the right environment to take the right decisions, to think correctly. If you're in the wrong environment, faking it, you're not going to take the right decisions.
True.
That's يعني هيك in a very simple way.
100%.
But believe it until you make it is a much better statement for me, and I would go for that.
I like that. Okay, second one. And it would say, don't get attracted to attention as it's not success. Because a lot of people mistaken attention for success.
I agree.
Like, for example, if I have a brand and I go out and I got a few influencers talking about me, some people would believe, oh, this is success. But this is nothing, it's just attention. Success
Yeah.
is so much more.
يعني sometimes you can consider it as noise, and noise is not always favorable. It distracts. If you don't have control over your ego, you're going to like ego stops all the senses, you know. يسكر لك دينيك. You don't listen to whatever is happening, to advice.
True.
It blocks your vision and not sight. It's definitely noise. Be careful. Don't look for that. If this is what you're looking for and you got it, you have the wrong goal. Success is defined in many other more proper definitions.
What is success to Rayyan?
Success is being able to provide to the people you love. And that's number one, like that's my first circle. And then the second circle to the community and where you belong, to the right people. It's seeing your family healthy and happy. It's you being healthy and happy. And of course, if you asked me this question probably like a year ago, I would have probably different inputs. Success is really seeing that your solution or whatever you have done is making life better. يعني I could do OnlyFans and be extremely successful, but that's
Yeah.
not success.
True.
I need something that is going to benefit
You need
the world.
fulfillment, sense of fulfillment.
Fulfillment, precisely. You've used the right word. Fulfillment is success. And we always tend to define things in a few words, but everything has so many definitions. So for me, it's where I am today is something I'm very happy. But the thirsty person in me that wants to do so many things is still there. Success is seeing your family happy.
Okay, now let's go to one of our favorite parts here, and it's to talk about what motivates you to get involved into charitable work, like raising funds for earthquake relief, for example, or Ramadan initiatives.
Uh,
Was that something that you have done just to ride the wave and get the attention in the market that your brands or you
It's a
are
very good question.
helping doing that? Or is it something that you did because you really wanted to provide?
Keno was always doing charity work ever since we launched. So even when we were, I mean, what we started is every Ramadan, we would, without you ordering a car wash, you could order a box. So we would
Okay.
drop Emirates Red Crescent boxes to your locations, and you will fill it with your charitable
Whatever you want
donations.
to put.
Yeah, I mean, we restricted it to things that don't perish, like no food, no money, because there are other regulations and storage requirements for it. Uh,
So
Clothing,
be close.
shelter, so many other things. So it was done every single Ramadan. No, it was done from a belief. It was done for the feel of fulfillment, towards the feel of fulfillment. Did it play a role in marketing or branding? Absolutely.
Yes.
Good job for you, good job for me, good job for everyone. Why not? But again, people are smart. People realize brands
Who are
who
doing
ride
it
the
for them.
wave. If it's working for you, good luck. At the end of the day, you're doing charity for more important reasons, not to have a list of comparison. It's probably to have a feeling that you served and you helped. Uh, so every Ramadan, we used to give them boxes. We used to collect them. It was very operationally heavy and costly on us.
Of course.
We were a small company. I was driving the truck for hours every single day.
You personally.
Definitely. The first 2 years in Keno, I was still an engineer.
Okay.
I was still a project engineer in Al Wasal with a project of 56 villas. And I was doing my master's and doing Keno.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
first year. I was doing my master's.
How do you get time for that?
No sleep, young with so much energy, loving what I'm doing. I was loving the masters,
Passion.
and I was loving the car wash. Um, Passion. Passion is the fuel. You know, it's the fuel that you always need to have, because you could have everything. The resources are there, the money is there, but if you don't have the passion, you will not do it.
Okay, now moving over to a more important type of passion. I understood that what really helped you get up again after you took a hit was love,
Yeah,
was meeting the right partner.
absolutely.
How important is it to have somebody in your life, a partner, I mean? And what role did it play in terms of how does it motivate you? How does it give you a better perspective in life, giving you a motive, giving you a reason to get out of bed every day? How is it? And who is she? Please tell us more about that.
Susie or Suzanne. We got married back in September. We've dated long distance relationship for almost a year and few months.
Okay.
That everyone said is impossible. We did it. It's doable. If there
Really?
is love and if there is love and passion, and a right partner that gives excuses, that is understanding, that is also busy and working, will allow the relationship to grow in a
Does she
healthy
have
way.
a similar mindset to you?
She has a better mindset.
Good answer.
She has an amazing mindset, and amazing energy and frequency that definitely affects me every time I'm with her or I even think about her. She's motivated. She's actually now handling Shmag.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's an interior designer. Has 2 master's degrees. يعني مخ نظيف.
That's good.
The girl is the lady is someone that should be very proud of herself and what she's achieved.
Bless her.
Thank you so much. So she is leading Shmag now. Coming from an interior background, we want to introduce art to cars. We want to introduce a new feel to cars. People sometimes are investing hundreds of thousands of dirhams on cars, and the interior does not reflect them.
True.
So you'll sit with Suzanne, she'll take your input, and she will design your car. She's done a few now, and I think she's really pulled it off properly. She's also very entrepreneurial. She likes to expand on ideas. She's now doing like leather accessories for ladies. She called something called Gymvelope.
Okay.
So it's an envelope that you can put your accessories in while you're traveling or in bags instead of them getting, I don't know what they called it, all mushed up together. The ring is
Okay.
there, the
Yeah,
earring is
yeah.
here. No, everything can be hung.
That's
So it's
nice.
Gymvelope. And I really think it's an amazing idea. And she
100%.
posted it on Instagram. She already has a few, like 3 or 4 orders
Nice.
for it, with some people asking to customize it further. So that is the vibe I'm around. So this is why I wake up every morning when I see a smiley face, a lady that is wanting to improve and grow. It's amazing. Many say don't do family business, don't do family business. It's you can do it if you put the right rules, if you put the right expectations. It's very hard, but if it works, asal, it's amazing.
That's the lesson you told me in the beginning. You told me if you're doing business with family, you have to set the right rules and you
Set
need
the
to
right
separate
rules.
everything.
Set the right rules. Definitely, it's for the good of both people.
100%.
For the good of both people.
100%.
So, in terms of charity work and donation, and the fulfillment it gives you, and being also in UAE, a country that is giving you all the tools to do it. You can see every year they have a goal to enhance someone's life or some issue that is affecting the world, and they invest heavily in it. So back in February, almost exactly a year ago, there was an earthquake in Syria and Turkey. Um, so we immediately, through social media, uh, provided the warehouse that we own or that we are in as a storage area for whoever wants to participate and donate instead of driving to Expo City. And there was people coming. I thought I'm gonna like use a corner in the warehouse. Things started growing. People are giving every single nationality. No one's asking if it's for Turkey or Syria. The feel, this amazing feel, it's fuel for you when you see how people can be helpful and loving and caring for each other.
The community in the city of Dubai is like that.
Yes.
Everybody's very supportive.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love Dubai. I love this country. Um, really, there are so many things that I've learned in this place.
So how much did you gather in there?
So a friend of mine calls up, Rayyan, you're still doing the charity work? I said, yes, of course. We're helping. I said, okay, I'll call you tomorrow. Calls me up tomorrow. Rayyan, ايش اخبارك? He's not local. He's a friend, but also born and raised here. The company I'm representing would like to donate 1 million dirhams.
Wow.
So I giggled and then بلعت بريقي and I said I laughed. I waited for confirmation. He confirmed. I told him, well, I really think you should go through Emirates Red Crescent. Yani financial support. There are rules and regulations. We don't want to cross. So he said, no, I'll give it to you and you handle it. This trust.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, but it didn't come because he knew me for a year or two. It came from all the previous years of Keno doing Ramadan charity. Blah, blah, blah. He saw it for 8 years happening in a row. We built this trust, and it's something that is probably I'm very happy with. It's the most I got out of Keno. Many people trust the name, alhamdulillah, that if we promise you something, we're gonna deliver.
It's delivered.
If we don't know anything, we'll say we don't know. مش عيب أبدا. If you don't know it, just say you don't know it, because this will actually bring more confidence. It will not take anything away. So they gave us $1 million, and with coordination مع الهلال الأحمر الإماراتي, the Red Crescent in UAE, we understood what it was الفارس الشهم واحد. It was one of the, I forgot the name in English, but UAE announced, they call it an air bridge of support to Damascus and to Syria or the affected areas and Turkey. So we participated in that. We got tents, rice, sugar, sanitary wear, sanitary stuff, everything. يعني we got everything that they need. Baby powder, milk, support, some medical devices. With $1 million,
Of course
you can do a lot.
Get plenty of it.
And we did that in 4 days or 6 days. Even Red Crescent said, we brought them wrapped,
Everything ready for
titled,
shipment.
ready, everything. Yani it's only come and follow the rules. So we did it right. And probably this is where what everyone needs to do, even if it's something as simple as packing, pack it correctly. Title it. Take the extra step.
Don't half-ass a job.
Yeah.
Just do it right.
Take the extra step. It says a lot about you, and the reward of it is probably something that you will feel at some point in time. So 1.3 million dirhams for Damascus or for Syria and Turkey was something I'm very happy with. It was a collective achievement, of course. We thank OnPassive. The company is called OnPassive. They are the ones who donated the $1 million to support.
And the remaining 300 were raised via friends and users.
Me and you, friends and users and the community, people I know,
That's
people
an
I don't know.
initiative, honestly.
Alhamdulillah. If you have the chance to help, don't think twice.
Of course.
Don't think twice.
I genuinely believe in give and don't think of getting back. Just give and don't worry. Karma will give you back one way or another.
Yeah,
honestly.
life is amazing. Reward can come in so many ways.
That's true.
If you're waking up in the morning, that's a reward.
That's a reward.
Alhamdulillah. We always need to ground ourselves. We always need to thank God. We always need to humble ourselves. Make sure that whatever we do, whatever we achieve, we remember who we are, where we're from. Make sure that your close circle is positively affected by any of your success, because that's what matters. Those people are going to be around you. Those people really love you. Of course, other people love you too, but those people are different. Usually, family is different.
Absolutely.
But there is a very also there's a saying that I really love. Blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family.
Yes.
This is something that resonates a lot to me.
100%.
And family is usually there and loyal. Inshallah.
Inshallah, always to have them.
There is always a lot of things to say, a lot of things to share. Sometimes you could miss something. There isn't, but I mean, always remember there isn't one way to success. There isn't, if I say it or if someone says it, it's not always the case.
Absolutely.
Everyone can do it in their own way. Just believe in it, be consistent. Make sure that you are causing a good change.
I want you now to give me 3 advices, just you to the camera.
Sure.
One advice, say, my advice to young entrepreneurs is this. Second, my advice to established entrepreneurs is this. To established and to young entrepreneurs.
So my advice for young entrepreneurs is to take risks. Take risks. Don't throw yourself out of the balcony. Take calculated risks. But at this age, The one thing that you want to do is to make a mistake and learn. Not make a mistake and stop. The mistake here is the word learn in disguise. We have always been told not to make a mistake, or that's a mistake, fearing a mistake. I don't want you to fear a mistake. I really advise you to take on the world and try. Work to learn, not to earn, is something that my dad used to tell me, and it's profound. And you can do it. If you can imagine it, you can do it. All the motivation is there. You need the passion, you need the consistency, you need to sleep sad a few nights, but it's going to work if you really put the effort. Yeah.
Okay, and to the egoistic, existing
Allahu Akbar.
entrepreneurs.
Allah يلعن.
لا, honestly, يعني فش خلقك.
إيه.
Get it out. To existing entrepreneurs.
So, my advice to established entrepreneurs, there are many, but definitely one thing to remember is you are there because of teamwork. It's not only you or the board or the founding team that caused a result of you being in a certain place. Hopefully, if you've achieved, always remember your team, because you definitely wouldn't have been there without them. Understand what they need very well, because that will also accelerate your growth. If you haven't done that, do it right away. But one thing before that is definitely setting up legal structure. If at any point in time, and many of the startups out there, or the friends that are joining forces, or the family members that are joining forces to do business, are doing business with a trade license but without any legal structure. If that is not done, do it right away. Do it when nobody is angry. Do it when everyone's loving each other. Do it in the right time, not in the hard time. Don't wait for the problem to come and slap you in the face, because if it's legal, it's probably gonna like smash your face at the beginning. Don't let that happen and then see how you would recover. No, do it right now. Legal is good for everyone. Both of you or all of you will sleep with a smiley face. It could be hard at the beginning to tell your partner that, come, let's do some paperwork, but do it.
It's best for the business.
It's best for the business. It's best for friendship. يعني, it's a shame to lose friendship or family member over business, over money, over growth strategy. It's a shame to lose a person that you have spent time with for 8 years, 9 years, 5 years. Depends. It could be 1 hour, and it could be very valuable. But I think to secure friendship and yourself, and to secure your hard work and their hard work as well, have it documented, have it legally structured properly. Definitely, that's one advice for established, and it could go back to the early entrepreneurs. However, cost might prove to be a challenge, but definitely don't ignore legal.
Right. Thank you.
Habibi.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the show with Rayyan, with all the ups and downs, with all the challenges, with all the groundbreaking moments, and how he still survived and how he still made it. I am personally extremely proud of having him. I think he's one of the toughest entrepreneurs I've ever seen, and he's still ongoing. All his social media links are going to be down below in our comments. Please follow him and follow the rest of his journey. Rayyan, we'd like to thank you so much for the show. It's been a pleasure as always.
Thank you for having me. I hope I was helpful in any way possible.
More than you can imagine.
There's always a lot of